A man has been acquitted of shooting a prank YouTuber, even though he did shoot a prank YouTuber. Let me break it down for you. Welcome to Scroll Deep, the show that keeps up with online nonsense so you don't have to. Make sure to follow to keep up. So, 21-year-old Tanner Cook is a prank YouTuber who is kind of infamous for just doing the most annoying, aggravating prank videos you've ever seen.
What are you doing? You can't do that. What the hell? Stop! What's wrong with you? What is he doing? Tell him to stop. What is wrong with him?
Fake vomiting on Uber drivers, deliberately filming in people's faces prank, and aggressively sniffing in people's ears prank. Brackets gets heated. I'm sure it does.
Back here! Get out of here!
Anyway, Tanner, who's 21, he was in a Virginia shopping mall conducting a prank where he would walk up to people and hold a phone in their face, playing the message, "Hey dips, quick hold on. Hey dips, quit thinking about my twinkle," over and over. A great prank, classic prank. I think we've all done that one back in the day. The shove your phone in people's faces prank. And it was at that point that he made the mistake of walking up to 31-year-old Alan Coley and attempting his prank. Coley did not like this, shockingly, and he told him to stop 3 separate times, and he tried to back away from Tanner, who is 6'5", by the way, just a giant of a man. You know, fair enough, you're in the mall and you've got this 6'5" guy walking towards you, shoving his phone in your face with some weird message about his twinkle. You're gonna be a little bit overwhelmed. Coley tried to knock the phone away, it didn't work, and then he whipped out a gun and he shot Tanner at point blank range, something that's actually frowned upon in most cultures. He also fired the second he pulled out the gun. You know, he didn't pull it out and try and intimidate him. He was like, "Anyway, I started blasting." Coley was naturally arrested and faced a heavy stretch in prison, not just for shooting Tanner, but also for firing a gun in a crowded mall. His defense was self-defense. He said he feared for his life and he was perfectly within his rights to just do a quick draw. Basically, he activated Deadeye mode, like John Marston, and he slow motion did like this, and then he placed little X's of where he wanted to shoot, and then it was like boom, 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 boom. Work, you damn nag. That's actually Jack Marston. I can't remember any John Marston. My name is John Marston. Leave all this in. The Red Dead fans demand this. So, self-defense, does that hold up? Well, the jury was a little bit divided. In fact, they were deadlocked for a while, to the point where the judge was like, "Hurry up, I've got dinner waiting at home, make a decision." And quite unexpectedly, they acquitted Coley on the charge of aggravated malicious wounding. That was the big charge that was gonna get him in trouble. They also acquitted him on a lesser gun charge, but then did find him guilty on another lesser gun charge, which his lawyer kind of argued didn't make sense, because they basically said that they believed the self-defense thing, but also got him on a gun charge. It's interesting. Tanner reacted to the news as he left the courthouse, saying, quote, "I really don't care. It kind of is what it is. It's God's plan at the end of the day. I will say, if God's plan is for you to get shot, and then for the guy who shot you to be basically cleared, God's got some beef with you, my friend. I'd maybe get praying." He was also asked if he plans to continue making YouTube videos despite being shot, and he said, "Probably." So, good news, everyone. This actually comes at the tail end of a weird and frightening series of quote-unquote self-defense shootings in the United States. People just being shot on someone's doorstep. You know, there was a young woman, a cheerleader, in fact, who was trying to get into her car in a parking lot in the middle of the day and accidentally tried the wrong car and was like, "Oh, sorry," and then walked back to her car, and then the driver of that car got out, walked to her, and then shot her through the window. Like, people are more trigger happy than ever in the United States. A lot of people have said, and I kind of agree, arguing that this is self-defense is not a good sign, because the entire interaction was 30 seconds. And Tanner was being extremely annoying, don't get me wrong, but was he threatening this man's life? Could this man not have just run away? Effectively, what they're saying in this case is if someone annoys you for 30 seconds, you're cool to just shoot them in the gut, which is probably not a good precedent to set. But also here, the lesson seems to be that people hate YouTube pranksters so much that they are willing to let them get shot. Because really the only defense here was that he was just being so awful and annoying that it was okay to shoot him, and the jury just seemed to agree with that. They probably just showed them like some of his other videos, and the jury was like kind of whispering to the guy like, "Why didn't you shoot him more times?" But it's not just this jury that's sick of prank YouTubers. There's been lots of reports on social media, YouTubers in general being banned from malls, from Target, for being annoying, for not buying anything, for bothering people. I think it's actually part of a wider US problem, which is that a lot of American towns just don't have any meaningful public spaces anymore. Or if they do, do, there's loads of weird rules around them. Like a lot of parks have rules that like teenagers just aren't allowed in the parks anymore. So if you have nowhere to go, the only place where you can film your little video is like your local Target. Like I always think it's so weird that Americans will go to a supermarket and start like dancing. It's like, why are you doing that? But it's like, where else are you gonna go if it's a completely car-dominated society? You know what I mean? It's a little bit of social commentary for that. But overall, look, is Tanner insanely annoying? Yes. Do I think it's cool that this guy shot him? No. Do I think it's cool that this guy got cleared of shooting him? Kind of no. Like the precedent that's been set here is pretty wild. I don't really want more of this to happen. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think it was justified? Do you think it was self-defense? Sound off in the comments. And also, if you have any ideas of other stories you'd like us to cover here on Scroll Deep, let me know in the comments. We read all the comments, except the mean ones. We always just miss those. And maybe we'll cover your comment on a future episode. I'm Benedict. I've been forgetting to say my name in these. I'm Benedict Townsend. This is Scroll Deep. And as always, I'll say our famous catchphrase. The deeper you scroll, the scroller you deep. Bye.